Hello, Dr. Bryant. Today I'll be talking to you about the paying of NCAA athletes. First, I'm going to start with the background of this topic. The NCAA has struggled for years to find a solution for this problem. I keep stressing problem because a lot of people just feel like athletes should get paid. Speaking from an athlete's perspective, I understand why um, athletes should get paid because of the things we do, hours we put in. Some people just need the extra money in order to help them throughout school, other than just for their books and stuff to be paid for. Also, some say on the other side that athletes shouldn't get paid. And so um, I will just break down different things, different examples of why they should get paid and why the other side of why they shouldn't. So first, starting out why they should get paid. Most athletes have no source of consistent income when they're at home. Like I was saying, at the very beginning, most athletes really call school home because um, I know some people that when they go to school, they just hate to go back home because they really don't have nothing to go back to. So when they graduate, it's kind of like a where do I go next type of thing. And then also while being in school, they have no money, they have no support, no foundation, none of that. All they're doing is banking on the things that they get and the accolades and the perks and stuff that comes with being an athlete. That's really all they can really bank on and survive off of, which is sad. The next point, their time and effort that goes into their sport. Like I was saying at the beginning, also, why, how we as athletes, we put in maybe 20 hours a week, and that's included with practice, games, in weight room, lifting, stretching, film. That stuff adds up, and for us to just, I wouldn't necessarily say go for free because I mean we have our stuff paid for, but for us to just go and spend almost half of our time there, half of our day there at the gym with our teammates and stuff like that, it's kind of hard for us to have a little extra income, or catch the cafeteria, such as like Emmanuel. The caf closes at 8. And so say we have practice up until 7:30. First I have to get off the court, change, and then make it to the caf. So with all that going on and stuff like that, I might not get to the caf until about 7:50, which in that case I really can't enjoy the food. So then thankfully my parents give me money so I have the opportunity to go to like McDonald's or something. But say if I'm a kid that really can't, then we're kind of stuck. So that's another reason why athletes should get paid. So then you wouldn't really have to worry about it. It's on them what they do with the money. It's not like they don't have the source and the income that you give them, we as athletes get to provide for ourselves in cases like these. The next point. The next point here is I have a list of schools that should definitely start looking in that direction and walking in that direction of trying to pay their athletes. These schools are Texas A&M, Texas, Michigan, Oklahoma, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Florida, Auburn, Tennessee, and Alabama. These schools are all powerhouse schools. Two of them being SEC schools, and SEC is a huge, big schools are there, and they can afford just about everything. Texas A&M being at the top of the list they have at least $107 million coming into their school or just their athletic program in general. And so, with that being said, I know like there's no way all $107 million is being used to keep that university up. Yes, there's coaches that require a lot of money, but then again, there's still money left over because there's no such thing. I feel like I don't think that university is just gonna have just enough to make that university survive. Because if that's the case, then Texas A&M will be shutting down very soon. Continue uh, as to why they should. The majority of athletes listen to the rules and stay away from shady people that offer them money. I know back in the day that was really big for athletes to deal with kind of shady people. I know back when Shaq was at LSU, he kind of got offered a lot of behind the scenes pocket money, but he really didn't take it to stay out of trouble. Also, there's been athletes like the Miami Hurricanes. They're famous for the U. I know back when they were a big football school. They are kind of big still, but back when they had Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and just that was just to name a few. Um, they had a lot of people working behind the scenes, working with them, and with that, they kind of got caught into like a lot of allegations and stuff like that because some players really didn't have a source of income. So, of course, they just don't want to be broke. So they had to find a way and kind of do things under the table, which were obviously illegal. Another one was Johnny Manziel had his own signing company, I guess you would say, and which he got paid for signing autographs, which is illegal because NCAA athletes can't get paid for anything. So, and then another one is Todd Gurley had to sit out. I don't know if you know about that one, but Todd Gurley had to sit out, I think 2 or 3 games, and because he was signing autographs and getting paid for them. But those are just a few stories, um, why or how athletes get caught up into messing with shady people and kind of like getting their hands dirty, which is always going to come back and bite them because obviously everything you do under the dark is going to eventually come to the light. My next point is there's schools like Duke basketball. Duke basketball is like the top powerhouse in Division I men's basketball. And before I even finish reading, I know that they have enough money to provide for their players. So my next point is that there's schools like Duke's basketball team who make 33 mil and have plenty of money to spare to play the athletes. 33 million just for basketball is a lot of money because yes, traveling and private jets, this and that, yes, that's going to add up and stuff like that. But I know that there's going to be money left over. Like I said, I don't think any college, just thinking in a business mindset, I don't think any college just makes enough money because you never know like what's going to happen and what's going to play out that year. And kind of like say you hit like a tough time in that arena, if you just have that right amount of money, it's going to really be hard for you and your program to survive. A few points why they shouldn't get paid. Paying athletes will draw in the wrong type of recruits, would send your team downhill fast, and people will only come for the money. My next point, college isn't about the money, it's about growing and getting ready for the real world. Sometime or another, some schools/teams will eventually run out of money. My next point, it will cause animosity on the team because some people would get paid more than others. My last one, they already get compensated, such as rooms and board are paid for food or is paid, and all of the special type of accolades and stuff that come with it. Just to kind of harp on like the animosity between the team. I know our coach stresses like a brotherhood and working together and just creating a great bond with the team and kind of not having that animosity on the team where people are jealous of each other. Because I know having that is it doesn't really go or sit well with the team, and they really don't do good. So having that as an issue where people get paid more is gonna obviously lead to jealousy. I don't care how anybody says it, but I know that would definitely lead to jealousy and of different players and just causing a whole bunch of chaos. So my next slide will be kind of the solution to this, coming up with a win-win scenario to just kind of squash all this confusion that's going on. This slide reads, coming up with a win-win solution is that still allowing the coaches to get paid the same amount while the school fundraises to earn money, so the school really wouldn't lose any money because they're giving out money to their coaches and athletes and stuff like that. They would kind of give it away, but get it back at the same time with all the fundraising that they'll be doing. And my last sentence is to keep the athletes happy, you give everyone a fixed amount so that there is a consistent amount coming out of the team/school's total that year. And then also, if you have a consistent or a fixed amount that players get, like for an example, everybody gets $200. You wouldn't have to worry about, oh my gosh, so-and-so got more money than me. He got $300 and I only got $200. Why is that? But if everybody has $200, then there's really no comparing. Another example is Devon Gales. He's going to be my example that I use for this situation that's going on of how athletes kind of get overlooked. I feel like athletes get overlooked, especially by schools and stuff like that. You kind of throw all your money, all your eggs into one basket when you're committing to this school and you just focus on that school. But in his case, like, he got injured during a game, and he got paralyzed from the neck down. But in his case, he really got some help, which allowed him to grow and mature faster and get through this process easier. So this is really like I guess you could say a successful story on his part because he had help. He wasn't overlooked and he wasn't forgot about. He had people help fundraise him medically and his living expenses, so it really helped him out a lot. Not too long ago, or about a year or so ago, just an update on his injury. He now can feel his leg, or not his legs, his knees, his feet, can move some of his fingers, and he can feel the bottom of his feet. Thank you.